Hello everybody and welcome to a spotlight on Tales of... I still don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Zestiria? This is not particularly a new game by any means. Also, the intro cutscene just started to play and I feel like that's gonna get me copyright ID. So I'm not gonna play that. I am like 3 hours into this game and this is not a new game by any means. As a matter of fact, it's about 2.5 years old, maybe somewhere between 2 and 2.5 years old, and I just recently discovered it. So for me it's a new game and I feel like there's not a lot of people that know this game. It is the literal most anime JRPG in history, maybe other than like Persona. In certain ways this might be a little bit more anime even than Persona. That being said, Persona actually had an anime as well. I don't know much about this game. Only thing I know is that this is apparently the first PC port in the entire series, which means there's a series of these games, so I'm happy. And the JRPGs, and it's literally the most fucking anime game I've ever seen. I mean, at first glance, it reminds me a lot of Dragon Quest. And then when we get into combat in a little bit, you'll see, it gets some Kingdom Hearts-ish vibes. I think that's the best way to explain it. I don't know about any cutscenes going on. I'm gonna try not to get too much into the story. It's not a part of the game where the world has opened up a lot yet. A little bit it has. I do feel like the world is going to open itself up a lot more later on, but I can't tell you whether or not it actually will. So I'm just gonna walk around a little bit. I don't exactly know where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go to some kind of waterfall. I'm maybe actually... I'm looking forward to accomplishing... you accompanying us... Yeah? You're not telling me where this waterfall deal is. I know there was... the bridge was blocked back there. Maybe it's not blocked anymore and I can go to it now. You see, this is an encounter. So... as you can see, it's semi-real time. It still works with encounters. And when you get into an encounter, it becomes... Why am I not damaging this dude? Huh. It really wants me to do this. Well, you can also transform, as you can definitely see. And you just kind of become like Super Saiyan. Why am I not damaging anything though? That's my question. And there's magic spells and it's everything you ever want in a JRPG combined into one game. Still don't really understand why I'm not damaging anything. Well, armatized. This is called armatization, by the way, the transformations. Right trigger to perform rejuvenation. So can I now damage things? Oh, thanks, I can damage things again. You see, I'm 3 hours into the game, I'm still getting tutorials. That's... I don't know how long this game will be. I'm expecting somewhere between 50 and 80 hours to, like, actually complete the game. And this bridge has been cleared, so this is where I am supposed to go. And there's overworld abilities. I've unlocked 1 out of what seems like 4. There's a party system. 2 will be active at any given time, I do believe. I don't exactly know how this works. I think where this is going is these are humans. The story is like all kinds of stories we know from mythology and stuff thrown together into one pile. Like there's some kind of... There's a lot of King Arthur type of things because you literally pull a sword out and then you become the chosen one to save the world. But yeah, these are humans and... This girl over here is a seraphim, which is some kind of elf or god, like being. And I think where this is going is that at the moment, you as the chosen one here... fuck, I don't want those fucking tutorials in this video. Press right trigger during battle, during it to perform a banish blast, so... So what do? 1, 2, 3, and then it doesn't do much, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's working towards that you can combine any human with, I hope at least, you can combine any human with any seraphim, and that would be amazing, or at least certain humans with certain seraphims. I don't know if you can maybe just combine them with Sora, which is your main character, but judging by how this looks, you know, 2 humans being here and then a seraphim being here and then a blank spot being beneath it, it leads me to believe that what's her name? Alicia is also going to be able to fuse with Seraphim when you get there. Totally just a feeling I have. There's no reason to believe that I'm right in that. But I'll see, I guess. Can I finally just... Yes, I can finally just hack away at these things. Let's see. I like the transformation. The only thing that the transformations cost, as far as I can tell, is that one of your party members, well, fuses into you, so it doesn't fight anymore. But you become so ridiculously more powerful when you armatize. It's quite ridiculous. And I don't know if this is going to be a half an hour spotlight like the others, because I don't want to spoil anybody on too much story, and I don't want to just include cutscenes in a random video, because that's a little bit weird. Oh, I think, I just beat those guys. Okay, so I might be a little bit too powerful to try out mechanics on just random encounters I find in the world, because I killed them too quickly. But I think armatizing takes up... No, it doesn't. I don't know how it works. I'm 3 hours into the game and I still don't quite know everything, how it works. But I know armatization is a powerful, powerful fucking tool. And I love it, because you literally become Super Saiyan. It's amazing. It's a bit ridiculous, but also amazing. Also, this is kind of burned down. It's not good. But I think I found the waterfalls. Thank you, agree? So let's talk to her now. Nothing new. I feel like these are the waterfalls I'm supposed to go to, but maybe I'm supposed to be at the very top of it. Let's actually look at the map for a second. Doesn't really seem like I can get up on there at all. Maybe I needed to do something else in the city before coming out here. Maybe I did. Let's actually talk to her and read what she has to say. It's my pleasure, sir. I promise not to be a burden on your mission. It doesn't really help me at all, does it? Doesn't tell me where to go. Usually when you have a main quest objective and you need to go somewhere on the map, it will show you a star. As you can see, main episodes. But there's also Iris Gem episodes, which I don't know what that is. Let's see, where are we exactly? We're there. If I go to higher altitudes, yeah, there's no way of getting up there as far as I can tell. I'll just walk around it a little bit and see if I can find anything then. I mean, that's the next best thing, isn't it? There's another save point literally over there. Indicates to me that we're going into the totally wrong direction, but I don't care too much. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go there to the waterfall. Just maybe. Is that a purple wolf that's animating at 2 frames a second? Seems like it.
Is that a monolith?
These are like tutorials, but you do want to read them even if you know the game, because it gives you AP, which is just like in a lot of JRPGs. First one that comes to mind for me is Kingdom Hearts. This is probably a bad idea, attacking that thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save, and then I'm going to attack it, because I do want to know how strong it is, and I was just complaining about how random encounters are too weak, so maybe this one is a little stronger. And that excites me quite a bit. I do have to check a little thing. I'll cut here, be right back. Okay, so my mic was recording. I wasn't entirely sure if my microphone was recording or not. So that's the thing I just noticed, that it's animating at higher frame rates the closer I get to it. And now it snaps out of of being locked and has smooth frame rate. Okay, so if you hold right bumper, sorry, you can see it's level 19. Oh my fuck, that's not good. It's resistant to fire, water, and I think that's air. And it's probably earth, what it's weak to, and very weak to arts, which is a certain style of combat. B for help. It's gonna one-shot me. This is definitely gonna one-shot me. Let's try to armatize and see what that does. Oh, that does nothing. Holy fuck, that does nothing. Yeah, don't go here yet, people. There's literally no way. Even if I keep staggering him like this, I will die. Yes. First time I had a game over. Good thing I saved. I did expect it had the usual JRPG thing of when you die, you can load a save file. So you need to save consistently, especially before going into dangerous situations. I guess they placed that save there because they knew people would try to attempt to kill that thing, and that's a real bad idea, so don't do that, people. I just don't know... Remedy prepare. There's a lot of different mechanics I could be explaining right here. Auto Divinity. When a control takes damage and loses HP. What does it do? What does it do though? As you can see, there's a lot of abilities, and there's gonna be even more. Chain Blast. After 3 combos, press and hold to consume 1. Fine with that. Don't exactly know what that is. It's interesting. The armor system here works with stats and abilities, but also with skills. You see those stars? Those are like skills, passives, and you can link them up. If you have a row or a column of them filled up, I think they get boosted or something. I'm not far enough into the game to have that yet, because I just don't have good enough equipment yet to get all of that. And then there's, of course, your usual items and stuff. And this is the most interesting part. These are your arts. Usual arts. And then you've got your hidden arts, which I don't have any. Oh, I got one, actually. Let's just place them on all because I only have one. I now have one for Soraya. You only used to have one for Lila and another character that's not with us right now because of story reasons. So you've got arts and hidden arts, and then you've got 3 different kind of moves, and it's kind of confusing. And I'm not far enough into the game yet to like have a well-rounded character, because even though yes, I am 3 hours into the game, I can't enter this yet. I think I know where to go. I think I've got a pretty good idea what I'm supposed to do, and it's not being here. So maybe I should have done this game when I had another 10 or so hours clocked in. Also, I just got a text message, which you could probably hear. But I felt like I don't want to get into a story-heavy part, and I knew that I probably could just show you a little bit of the world and a little bit of the combat right now, because I had to walk from the city to the waterfall. At least I thought I did. Apparently, not. Apparently I had to do something in the city first. So let's see. How do I use... it's at A, right? Come on. How do I use that flaming thing I just got? I'm gonna look that up real quickly. I probably should be reading those tutorials. Again, I'm like 3, maybe even 4 hours into the game, I'm still getting tutorials. That's a little bit ridiculous. Art settings, armatize. Oh, that's for when I'm armatized. Oh, okay. Now that does make a lot of sense. I was using it before. When it's automatic, it just picks the best ones. I probably should leave everything on automatic always then. But why wouldn't you always armortize? That's my question. I say immediately as I armortize. Because you see how much quicker that goes. I mean, it does go quickly even when you're not armortized, because these things aren't quite as powerful as you'd like them to be. Maybe snakes and wolves. But just pressing this button and then pressing this button like twice. And with this button I mean left trigger to armortize. And then normal attacks are B and like special magic attacks are A on your controller. You just annihilate everything in sight pretty much immediately. So this entire video has just mostly been me grinding. Which might not be the most interesting part, but I do want you guys to realize that this game is actually... Even though I can see some mechanical things and it's way too complicated, way too quickly, and this... Maybe it's because this is not the first entry in the series, right? Because this is a series, so maybe I'm supposed to go like 10 years back, play the first game, which is a lot easier and simpler to understand with a lot less mechanics, and then work my way up to this game. But it's the first game that is released on Steam on PC, as far as I can tell. So that's not really a good defense. You see, I'm doing like 80 damage. I armortize and I do about 150 to 250 damage. Which is a ridiculous amount more. So, it's not half an hour, but I think I have shown you pretty much what this game is roughly about. I mean, I can go into the city and show you a little bit of the scenery. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. I quite like the way this game looks, and honestly, out of everything, I like his cape. I like this guy's cape, and also he's got feathers as earrings. It's a little bit weird, to be honest, yeah. But I just like the character design. I like a lot of things, and especially, again, I know it's maybe even a little bit cliche, but I quite like the fact that you just fucking, we don't care, you just go Super Saiyan, pretty much. You become like blonde, long hair. This is the inn. I was expecting maybe to find a character in here, which I might need. Because without going into too much spoilers, I need a water type character. And right now, I've got a fire type character with me. It's not really a good combination, is it? So I need to find the friend that ran away because we had a fight. And he uses water spells, so I guess I need him to progress with the story. Which would make a lot of sense narratively speaking as well, so... Ooh, I got an email. It's not an interesting email. I thought it might be a useful email. Because I don't judge me for this, but I accidentally bought the wrong game on Steam and then I wanted to refund it. And it doesn't instantly do it, of course, because people have to check for some reason. If you're not abusing the system somehow. I can't see how you'd be abusing the system, though. Because... How? How would you? Maybe it's not because of system abuse, but something entirely different. Let's actually show you a little bit of this, because this is a way different kind of area. With a little bit stronger monsters as well. This is the dungeon I was in before starting this video. And one thing... Especially when I'm in here, I feel like, yeah, there's definitely some Zelda feeling here as well. Can I please fight you? Thank you. It almost feels like a... As far as aesthetic goes, no gameplay elements, but as far as aesthetic goes, it almost feels like a older version, a premature version of Breath of the Wild. Maybe also because of Soray's character design, because holy shit, it looks like a lot like Link. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different kind of enemies as well, because I was just fighting, I think, some slimes and a centipede. I didn't even pay attention. But doing this video is good for my experience and my leveling, I'll tell you that much. And quite obviously, this chick is probably going to be your love interest. Nobody ever said something about original writing. And talking about that, I'm not going to show you too much of it because, again, spoilers, I want to avoid that as much as I possibly can. But the writing in this game is not good. The story is starting to intrigue me and starting to get me hooked after about 2-3 hours. It's starting to get me. I mean, it's one of those games where you see the logo and the name of the game after an hour of introductory gameplay. And then you go into the actual world. It's one of those cliche scenarios, right? But the dialogue, it might be just the English dialogue. The Japanese dialogue might be a lot better, because when you start up the game, you can choose between playing the game in English and playing the game in Japanese. Maybe the Japanese writing is better. I don't know, I don't speak Japanese, so I'm playing the English audio. But holy shit, the writing is... I'm so sorry, but the writing is just not good. It's just kinda bad. Also, this is where I took the sword out of the thing and became King Arthur. So I'm kind of confused where to go now, but that's not your problem, because I'm not working towards much story progression in this video anyway. I just wanted to show off the video. Game? Yeah, I wanted to say video there. I also want to show off this video, admittedly. And I just want to walk around the city a little bit and enjoy the view, if I'm being honest, because it looks very nice. It is a hybrid of a lot of different like aesthetics and art styles I like, together with the fact that it's a very long JRPG, which is hopefully going to get me even more hooked into the story as we go along. Right now, I'm interested, but the less than amazing writing is a little bit off-putting for me. Especially since I'm used to like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy when I think JRPGs, right? So then going into something like this, which has not the same quality of writing at all, it's a little bit rough. But I think that's going to do it for us today. I've shown you the video game. I can't fucking talk. I almost said video again. I've shown you the game. Please go pick it up on Steam. I think it's 15 or 20 euros. I don't remember. The link is down below in the description if you want to go get this game and buy it for yourself. Until the next time, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you have enjoyed this video and want to see more in the future. Until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye.